What's going on, everybody? Bringing you a couple of different news topics here. Ben Affleck possibly coming back, a Fallout TV show, Brie Larson taking over YouTube, and a couple of other things. But I want to start right here. How much are next generation games going to be? Well, it appears that they're going to be $70. They've been the same price for two console generations now, since at least PS3 and PS4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. They've been $60. I don't remember how much games were on the PS2 and the original Xbox. That's a long time ago. I can't remember. I want to say they were like 50 and then they went up 10. Maybe I'm wrong. You have to fact check me on that. But I know for sure for at least two generations, games have been about $60. Now, it appears that those are going up. We have a press release, or not a press release, but during a Game Lab conference, they really kind of detailed what they were going to do, and it doesn't sound very good. It's actually kind of shady what 2K is doing with their game here. Take-Two is I think they're the developers that own NBA 2K. But anyway, the shady thing here is they're not allowing you to upgrade your game. A lot of developers, if you buy a PS4 or an Xbox, particularly an Xbox One game, you get an upgrade, I believe, to the new console. So like it'll give a kind of like what they're doing if you buy an Xbox base game and you have an Xbox One X, you get an enhancement package. You know, it upgrades the game for you. Gives you 4K visuals and stuff like that. The Xbox actually seems to have a nice roadmap to what they're doing with that. But what 2K games, or Take-Two games, is doing is kind of greedy. Let me show you. So here's a graphic that got released, and this is what is disturbing to me. So you'll notice there's 4 versions of the game. You've got the PS4, Xbox One, PC version right here. That comes out September 4th. But then you can also buy a Mamba Forever edition for $100. If you buy this version for $100, you can upgrade for free to the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. You get to upgrade for free if you get the $100 version. If you just want to get the regular version, you have to pay and buy it again if you want. So, okay, you're going to upgrade. You're going to get the new consoles. You then have to pay $70 if you don't want to stick to the original version. But what is kind of the big reveal here, though, is the $70 price point for PS5 and Xbox Series X. Interestingly, though, the PC version of the game is still $60. So are PC games going to follow? Are they going to follow the same path here and eventually having their prices change? That I'm kind of wondering about. The PC version will probably be right on par with the PS5 and the Xbox Series X version. So I find this all kind of comical as a PC gamer. But regardless, it does look like games are going up. And they're kind of messing with people here. They're going to get people to buy the game twice as well, which is kind of some BS. I believe that, honestly, if you buy the game, you should get an upgrade for free. You really should. It's unfortunate that this is what they're doing. And it's kind of disgusting, but it's these, they are showing right here they're pretty anti-consumer. And let's be honest, most people are just going to buy it anyway and not care. And that's pretty sad. That's pretty sad. At least you get a shared virtual coin wallet. How about that? Hey, the microtransactions, those are going to carry right over. So, yeah, really disappointing. I wish we could get a more friendly consumer movement here for at least this year. It's unfortunate that we don't get that, but, penny bitching and milking you for every dollar is what these sports games do. I mean, let's be honest. I just don't think, and I like buying the occasional sports game, but I don't buy them yearly. I think that they like milking you out of every dollar when literally these games are just roster updates. And it's sad that we are still on this old, outdated, every year is a new roster game. Sometimes they give you a vast upgrade, but most of the time the improvements are nothing that a patch couldn't take care of. So once again, a patch could take care of this for you. You don't get it this time either. So that sucks. Anyway, let's move on to this, which I think is pretty interesting. Fallout TV series from Westworld creators in the works at Amazon, and it sounds pretty guaranteed. Don't know how I feel about this because while the first season of Fallout was pretty, or of Westworld was pretty good, it got progressively bad. I don't know how much faith I have in them to make a good Fallout series after seeing their most recent work, which has been pretty hot garbage. How well this show will be, I don't know, but they seem to be fast-tracking it. Westworld creators Lisa Joy and Jonah Nolan continue to line up new projects as part of their 9-figure overall deal with Amazon. Amazon Studios has licensed the rights to the best-selling video game franchise Fallout with married writers and showrunners Joy and Nolan attached to oversee the potential series. The project is currently in development with a series commitment penalty attached. That means that if Amazon execs like the script, Fallout would bypass the traditional pilot stage and go directly to series, or if it is passed over, all involved would pass out as if it had. A writer is not currently attached, making its debut in 1997. Fallout is set in the future envisioned by Americans in the late 1940s when the country explodes upon itself through nuclear war in 2077. The series takes place in a harsh wasteland set against the previous generation's utopian idea of a better world through nuclear energy. And I think most of you probably know the pitch of the series, but that's it. So basically, if they put together a good script, it's just going to go straight to a series. If it sucks and they don't like the script, it's not going to go anywhere. So this may or may not happen. It's not 100%. I think it could be an interesting show as long as they focus on making it a good show and not putting trash in it like they did with Westworld. Like I said, the first season of Westworld was really good. So I'm 50-50 on it. It may be good. It may not be. I'm interested in seeing a good Fallout show. I really do like the world of Fallout. A lot of those games are fantastic games. 4 I didn't care for, but the world of Fallout is pretty amazing. So if you can deliver a really good show there, I think that's pretty cool. Whether or not it's good or not, well, I guess that's up to these two, isn't it? So we will find out. Second up, everyone's favorite Marvel star, Brie Larson, launched a YouTube channel. She's already verified, too, by the way, at like 37,000. I'm sure she'll be at 100K very, very soon because she's, of course, going to get artificially boosted. And she's already trending on Twitter because of her channel. I actually skipped around the video. I couldn't watch it. She brought in, of course, golden children of the platform and so on to talk to her. This is the future of the website, unfortunately. More celebrities. People that originally viewers were trying to get away from, they're now being force-fed to you. So that's unfortunate. But there you go. The face of YouTube now. The face. And then a lot of conversations with Margot Robbie's Pirates of the Caribbean. I want to be clear here. No one's mad about Margot Robbie being attached to Pirates of the Caribbean. What people are upset about is that Johnny's kind of getting looked over when it's his big franchise. I don't know how you do Pirates of the Caribbean without Johnny Depp. He's kind of the face of the franchise and really what you associate with it. They're still not being very clear what's going on with this. I don't know if this is the all-female reboot or if this is the other version of the film. They still haven't been very clear on it. And to be fair, it's not 100% that Margot Robbie is taking over the role. Last time I looked, this was still a rumor, but I'd say it's likely true considering everywhere it came from. People are upset. Yesterday, no Johnny, no Pirates was trending on Twitter as well. Like, people don't like the idea of having a Pirates of the Caribbean without Johnny Depp. And I find this funny, too. Can Margot Robbie save Pirates of the Caribbean from irrelevancy? Like, okay, so, yeah, I'm sure her and the writer of Birds of Prey are really going to turn this ship around. Come on now. Come on now. Please stop. And Disney, it's fine. You want to do this movie, that's fine. But for the other version, which is supposedly a new look in the main timeline of Pirates of the Caribbean, don't be foolish and do that without Johnny Depp. You need to at least have him in there. You know what would be a good job for him is like have him be the Pirate Lord or the Pirate King or whatever that was. It's been a long time since I've watched those old movies. I haven't watched them in some time. I own them all. Have all those on Blu-ray actually, but I'll have to go back and watch it. You got to do something. I think that's a huge mistake, and you're going to lose a lot of fans by doing that. But what do I know? Maybe I'm wrong, It's never worked before, replacing everybody in a movie with like an all-female cast, but maybe the 13th time is the charm. So maybe it'll be a huge hit. I don't know. One last thing I want to talk about. There's a couple of rumors floating around that Ben Affleck has signed a Batman contract for HBO Max. I don't know how likely true this is. If anything, I think it's just for him to come back and do the Snyder Cut because fans want it to happen. And, why not? Everybody else is coming back and there's a lot of positive vibes around it. I think that this is probably going to happen. Everybody but him, as far as I know, has officially signed on. I think you're going to see that happen. There's actually a lot of interesting stuff in this article. And apparently this is going to be announced at DC Fandom, which is going to be like an online event where they discuss like all the new stuff coming. The Michael Keaton thing, I think, is going to be announced during that, possibly if they get him attached to something. They'll probably announce Flashpoint and Michael Keaton and then bring up Ben Affleck and a few other things. Apparently, the big idea here is a DC multiverse, which is, you have a potential of doing multiple Batman movies this way if you do this. And you could see another Ben Affleck movie as Batman, maybe the Robert Pattinson Batman movie, a Michael Keaton Batman Beyond movie. There's a lot of ways to make and milk Batman here that could potentially, honestly, turn into like some good stuff, maybe. So we'll see. I think this is probably true. I guess we'll find out at DC Fandom because that's when they're talking about revealing this. I would like to see him come back and at least do the Snyder Cut. I think that you kind of need him to, and I think he's going to. So I think he's back for at least that. Anything beyond that, I'm not sure. So we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know your thoughts on all this news. I'd like to hear what you have to say. Also, throw a like up, share the video. Make sure you still subscribe. Subscribe if you're new, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out.